is not with me at the moment. He is over at the park with his dad. But obviously you guys are expecting a video today, which hasn't happened the way that I planned. We planned to do like a little, well, we planned to do his first haircut vlog, which we never got around to. And then we planned to do his like first outing like for dinner after like lockdown and things, obviously because he's walking and things like that now. And it was just a kind of disaster. I've not taken Macklan out like for dinner, like while he's able to walk, while he's able to do things like that. It was a bit much. I probably shouldn't have done it yesterday. Yesterday was already kind of a tough day. I think I'd already kind of pressured myself a bit yesterday, pushed myself a little bit too much, and so it probably wasn't the best day to kind of set myself a challenge, like taking a toddler to a restaurant during like the end of lockdown where there's still all these guidelines, and he was tired as well. Like we went like right in between his routine and bedtime routine, which I'm constantly telling everyone, I'm not available between 6 and 8, that's his routine. Like if he doesn't stick by his routine, he just like goes crazy. I really didn't choose my battles very wisely yesterday. So yeah, I don't really have much footage from our Maggios trip at all. To be honest, I did honestly spend like most of the night just kind of chasing Macklan around the table. He wasn't happy at all. I mean, he never even ate anything. He just kept throwing his chips back at me. He wasn't really digging it at all. But it kind of makes you think, like, I remember I used to be that person that used to be like sitting in a restaurant being like, oh my god, like, shut your kid up, like, your kids were screaming in the restaurant when people were trying to eat, like, what's that all about? And I remember saying to myself, like, oh, I'll always be that parent that, like, if my child starts doing that, like, I'll just take them out. And before lockdown, we were in Nando's and my daddy started shouting and everything, and we had the pram with us, so it was easier to like put him in his pram, and I literally just went and walked around the shopping centre with him and he was fine. But yesterday, it was like torrential rain outside. We only had him in his like carry travel car seat thing, so I couldn't even like take him a walk in that. I couldn't walk around the restaurant because it was a one-way system, because obviously you can't be going around people, you can't be touching people. So I was literally confined to like a 1 metre like area of where Macklan could run to, so I literally could let him like out of my grip for 1.5 seconds, and then he was like trying to run down the stairs. So it was tough, it was really tough. If anyone has any advice for taking 1-year-olds to restaurants, that would be amazing. Because it kind of traumatised me slightly. Like now I feel like I just don't want to go back out for dinner and things like that. Like we were with friends, and I don't even remember sitting like having any conversation over dinner. I don't think I did. And I remember one woman did like kind of give me a look like, now I don't know if it was like a like, oh I feel kind of bad for her, if it was like a like control your child look. It made me sweat, I'm not gonna lie. Macklan's into this thing now where he'll just like scream, like he'll just, there's nothing wrong with him and he's not crying, he'll literally just be like ah, like, but really high pitched, like to the point that he done it yesterday and like somebody actually thought it was an alarm going off, which isn't ideal. So you can imagine he's overtired. That's his first time out in a restaurant like since he was about 7-8 months old, so I mean he's like having a great time. He's like, this is all new to him, he's not been out of the house basically in 4 months, do you know what I mean? And now he's in a restaurant, he's like loving life. But I wasn't able to let him actually like, you know, play. Can only have the kids play area a bit at Maggios, but I don't think it was open yesterday, obviously with everything that's going on. So yeah, if anyone has any tips or advice about that, about like going out for dinner and just things to use a 1-year-old, because obviously it's easier for like kids, you know, you could just let them go and play in the play area and like they can come back to you and go. With a 1-year-old you can't leave them like unattended at all, you know what I mean? So I really am struggling with how to take a 1-year-old out. I mean he literally just turned 1 like 2 weeks ago, like you seen his first birthday vlog, that was that was like just posted last week. To be fair, the staff at the Maggios at East Kilbride were amazing, like really 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 good. Like as I said, Macklan was like running around, crawling around, screaming. I say that we weren't causing like a complete scene, we were in a corner of the restaurant, so I mean it wasn't stressful for anyone else. It was just stressful for me because I was pressuring myself to like keep him in the corner and not let him scream and not let him draw attention to us. So because I was so focused on trying to not cause a scene, I think I did end up stressing myself out more. So if anyone else has been in a situation like that, let me know. Also, if you are out for dinner, don't be the me that I used to be and sit judging. It's not easy. Obviously it's not ideal when a kid, do you know what I mean? Like I still to this day when I'm out and I hear like kids screaming. Like I was in B&M the other day and no I wasn't, I was in Lidl actually, I was doing my Lidl vlog. And I couldn't start the vlog actually until halfway around the shop because there was this little boy just screaming, crying. I don't know if it was just his tantrum, if he was tired or what was wrong with him. I don't think he was like in pain or anything. I think he was just having one of those days, having one of those moments. But the mum and the dad were there, and they both just kind of kept on like, shush, come on, right, shush, shush, shush. And I mean, this baby boy was like hysterical. I mean, he obviously didn't want to be in the trolley. Do you know what I mean? Like there was obviously something going on, and they just kind of kept shushing him. And I'm like, surely if he's that distressed, and there are two of you here, one of you could keep shopping and one of you could take him out and get him some fresh air and kind of calm him down and things. I mean, I wasn't thinking it's because Macklan was getting upset. Macklan isn't really around other babies that much, so he's never really heard another baby crying. And he was kind of getting a little bit like upset, obviously listening to this other little boy crying, because I don't know if babies talk to each other or if they can sense things. But Macklan could also sense this little boy was really upset, and so he kind of kept holding on to me and crying. And so I did feel really bad, and I thought like surely if there's two parents there, then you know one could continue the shopping and one could maybe take him out and just try and calm him down. Maybe he just didn't want to be the trolley, you know, like just try other things. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I do still think within reason you can, you know, I don't want to say have control over your kids because that's not what I mean, but like, you know what I mean, guys, right? You know there's the parents that are trying their best, but it's just not really working. Then you can see the parents that are just too busy with their heads in their phone and they're not really paying attention and they don't really care. So just don't be one of those people that judges the parents that are really really trying, because that was me yesterday. I was really really trying, and although I didn't feel judged because, as I said, the staff were really really nice, like went above and beyond trying to like getting his little chair for him to sit in, water and stuff so I could make him his bottle. I mean, they were brilliant. But it taught me a lesson, you know, that way. It was kind of like a reality check, like, wow, don't always just assume that you know, do you know what I mean? Because I had literally just been moaning about this little experience, like, oh, that was such a shame, that wee boy was so upset and they never took him out, but I don't know the situation, you know? So I mean, I could still be saying this and then they could get home and it could just be that wee guy was just having an off day that entire day, and that nothing that they done would have stopped him from shouting and bawling and screaming the shop down, you know? So it kind of put me in my place a little bit, and it kind of reminded me that, like, you know, you don't always know what's going on. But yeah, I don't know, I don't really know what I'm talking about, to be honest. But I will insert our DiMaggio's trip a next clip. Thanks. for watching our little, literally like 10 seconds practically of what happened in the Maggios. So yeah, as I said, leave some comments below if you have ever been in that situation. Like, you done one of your like firsts and it was just too much. I know I was watching Cara Delhoyd's Instagram yesterday. She had posted saying that it was a situation as her little newborn girl that she just had during the week there needed breastfed in Asda, and that's what broke her. And I just left a little comment. I probably wouldn't see it, but I just left a little comment just to say, look, funnily enough, I had the same situation that day, not the same situation, but a similar one, where it was like a kind of first of a situation that was new to me. Obviously, like, you know, taking me out to the restaurant with like a walk, and then it just didn't go to plan at all, and then I felt like I was kind of going to break, and so we do all go through it. We are all going through it, you know, we still are going through it. Any tips, tricks, advice for taking a toddler to a restaurant, please let me know in the comments, because if not, I will never be going out to eat again. But yeah, like this video if you've related to it at all. Comment if you have any advice, or if you've been in that situation. Turn on the notifications so that your phone lets you know when my next video is out, so that you don't have to remember. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. You've watched so far already. I know this is quite longer than my other vlogs, even though this vlog was actually about nothing. Subscribe, comment, like, turn on notifications. Thank you. Goodbye.